Good morning, everybody. Dale Hendry here. Sozo Ministries, wall-to-wall designs, Papa's Treasures, a lot of cool stuff we're doing. Joanne and I. Excuse me. The Lord had upon my heart this morning. I was journaling this morning in my book. You know, if you notice my journal, it's got the Avengers in the front and all the superheroes. And the Lord always tells me I'm a superhero, so I have to share my superhero-ness with you, I guess. I'm just kidding in that area, but let me share with you practical Christianity that I started years ago. Believe it or not, I was single back in 1995, 96, and for about 5 years. And during that time, I got really, really close to the Lord. And when I had listened to pastors and preachers and stuff like that because I was really hungry, and still am hungry, but I was really hungry back then. So I heard from a pastor that if you write down or you journal your prayers, then, you know, I was taking it practically. I was like, okay, well, I'll write them out. Well, the power I've learned in that in the last 20, 25 years is that the power of writing it down is extraordinary. Let's just say extraordinary. And so, let me give me an example. When I first got saved, born again, became a Christian, whatever you want to call it, started following Jesus, I decided that I'd pull out a book like this and I'd write out my prayers. So I'd write out my prayers like I was praying for a certain person or a need that I had or a need that somebody else had, and I'd write them all out. And I kept writing them and writing them. I wrote them for about 2 months, 3 months, and I saw a few things happen in my life. But then all of a sudden, one day I lost my book. And I go, what the heck? Where's my book at? I couldn't write it anymore, you know, so I got another book and I started again. Well, about 3 months into that, 2 months into that, that first book, I lost. Well, not I lost, but I found it. And I found it, and it was under my bed and behind my bed. It was somewhere where it fell. And so I started looking through it, and I was going to continue those prayers. But what happened was that I read all the prayers that I'd written out the last couple months, and almost all of them were answered. Kind of was awesome, but it kind of freaked me out too, you know. But the Lord was telling me, He says, this is how my written word, my Bible, how I had men write it out and then they keep it. And it was like a monument to go back and learn more. Joshua did that. Remember, he set monuments around so he remembered. Well, that's a whole other teaching. But these prayers, the Lord was telling me that they were answered because when I wrote them down, they stayed in my heart and He read them. And He kept them in front of Him. And just lots of different reasons. I won't go into too many, get crazy on you for a minute. But let me tell you, the power of writing it down. In my counseling days, back in ministry, I would tell the guys to write out their issues. I would tell guys, one of the things we did in ministry that every man had to do to stay there was to write out his autobiography. So he would write out his whole autobiography from the day he remembered and all the stuff he went through, good and bad, all the good things he remembered, all the bad things he remembered, all the traumas in life, and that brought a huge relief to them. It was like when they put it on paper and got it off their chest, it was incredible. And then they had to read it back to us, me or one of my staff. They had to read it back to us. And when they did that, when they confessed, James 5:16 says, you confess your stuff one to another, you shall be healed. No, that's not just about sins. That's just about things that are bothering you today. You know, so writing it down, getting it off your chest, speaking it to a trusted friend that won't make fun of you, won't pick on you, that will encourage you. Speaking it's a whole nother teaching, but speaking it is powerful. I have on my phone, I have declarations that I write, I say every day, you know, and things that I'm thankful for and grateful for. And I got a whole list of them on my phone. So I say them every morning. Try to. Some mornings get crazy, but I try to say them sometime during the day. But the morning's always the best because it keeps you focused. When you write down your goals and read them every day, it keeps you focused on where you're going. When you speak them over your life, You speak them into existence. It's Romans 4:17. And you can speak your life. You can write your life. You can continue on where you want to go in life if you do this. And it's in fact, it has to be done. It's not a have to. All right, I'm not religious, but it helps. It helps me keep focused on where I want to go. It helps me keep focused on my wife and family and friends. It keeps me focused on what plan that God has for my life. Where are we at? We're at 5:36, so we're doing good. You know, there's phases of your life. Let me add this as an additional part. There's phases to your life where I remember God directed me. I think in my last video I told you about how He directed me into ministry and how I was listening to His voice, and He directed me into ministry, and I listened to Him for all those years. And then when Joanne and I were going to go to Tennessee, many of you remember that trip. For a year we went to Tennessee and I went to Colorado for a minute, 3 months. But at that time, the Lord stopped me and He says, I kept asking, Lord, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And He goes, Dale, what do you want to do? And I know that if it was something I didn't want to do or really wasn't the plan, that He would put a stop to it or change my heart or whatever. You know, I knew that. But the big thing was I come to a point in my life where He said, what do you want to do? Do you want to? So sometimes it's about you and what you want to do. I can remember when I went to Colorado and I wanted to stay there. I didn't want to come back to Florida. Didn't want to come back. I was done with Florida, and I wasn't coming back here. A lot of bad stuff. And I went there for a healing, basically. But I wasn't coming back. I looked for a job. Joanne actually flew out there. Trish, our friend Trish, actually flew her out there. What appreciative we were about her helping us. Flew her out there, checked it out, see if it was going to work for us. And it wasn't in the books. See, God is in control in some ways, but He's not in control. He says, what do you want to do, Dale? What do you want to do? And so I tried to go out there and start a new life, and it wasn't in the books. It wasn't where I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be right here in Florida. Now, how do I put this lightly? You partner with God. Lord, what do you think? You're my business partner. Lord, what do you think? You're my life partner. What do you think I should do? Instead of, what do you want me to do, Lord? What do you think I should do? You know, there's a little step. It's kind of like more of a, as you grow in the Lord, it's more of a, not just a friendship. Well, it's a friendship, but it's more than that. It's a friendship and it's a partnership in life. And it's a partner you'll never lose. It's a partner you won't lose when you make mistakes. He won't give up on you. He's a partner that will give you money and help you grow. And if you lose it all, He'll help you go a different direction. He's a partner that loves you. He's a partner that just walks with you. A partner that doesn't get mad at you. A partner that my biggest thing was I always wanted to be right. I couldn't, if I got it wrong, I'd be upset at myself. But He says, Dale, when you get it wrong, that's another path you shouldn't go. And so He's guided us, Joanne and I, on this path. And we're excited about where we're going. We're excited. I'm not excited. I'm excited. To know that you're in God's will right now, even though you don't feel it or see it sometimes, but you just know it. You just know it on the inside. So today, to recap, write out your prayers. Write out your petitions. The petitions in Philippians 4:6, petitions are not just spoken, they're written out. Petitions are placed on a wall somewhere. Petitions are written down. So write them down today. Write down your wants and needs, but also write down prayers for other people and see what happens. If I found that prayer book that I wrote in years ago, they're probably all answered now. It's been a great path, great trail with God. New stepping stones every day. Love you guys. I'm up to 10 minutes. I'm doing great. Ha! Hey, I love you guys. Like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and join in the family. And I'm going to do more videos. I'm going to go finish a wall today. That's why I'm kind of dressed in this. This is parking lots. Steve Hogan, he rocks. So today, just talk to him. He understands. He loves you. He wants to guide you to a good place in your life. God bless you guys. Have a good day. All right. Peace out.